Hey, this is the C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is Dave, and this is MMA for you. We're gonna do a preview for UFC 127, BJ Penn versus Jon Fitch. But before we get into that, we'd like to thank our sponsors, GoBusiness123.com. Do you have any sponsors you want to thank, Dave?
Of course, if you want a sunglasses, you're gonna go find the best customer service. That's Dimaga Sunglass at Laguna Beach.
Cool, man. So, you know what? Let's just get started then. Actually,
Absolutely.
Okay. We'll start with the prelims and go to the main card. The first fight of the night is Jason Reinhardt versus Chinese natural Taekwon Zhang. I gotta go with Zhang to win this one. He lost his last fight, but I think that he can come back from that. He actually has some good skill. His takedown ability is good, and his submission skill is pretty good too.
He's a Chinese national, right?
Yeah.
Sounds
You
good.
gotta cheer for him too, right?
I have to, man. Chinese people, man. Chinese body.
Yeah. So the next fight after that is Tom Blackledge versus Anthony Parash. You got an Australian versus someone from the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Parash has been around, but in the UFC, he fought Crow Cop last, if I'm not mistaken. But Blackledge is new. I'm actually gonna go with the new guy, just because it's kind of a toss-up. I don't know enough about Blackledge, but. New guy, you know, Parash is kind of a veteran, but I'm going to go with Blackledge here.
Sounds good. Okay. Moving on,
we got Maciej Jusko versus Kurt Warburton. I probably butchered the name. Maciej Jusko, I'm going to go with him to win this one. He beat Anthony Njokwani before. He also has a really huge head. I'm not kidding, the guy's head looks like freaking Megamind or something. It's awesome. So I'll go with him. Warburton, he's alright. He fought like Spencer Fisher and lost. I don't know if he's gonna stay in the UFC or not. So we'll see. Next fight after that, Mark Hunt versus Chris the Crowbar Tuchscherer. I actually don't like Chris Tuchscherer too much. Here's the thing. I think he's gonna win. However, I'm gonna pull for my man, old Pride star Mark Hunt. Striker, I believe Tuchscherer is just going to take the fight to the ground early and often, but the fact of the matter is I can't not cheer again. I can't cheer against Mark Hunt.
Okay, emotional pick. That's
emotional
fine.
Pick, yeah, right here. Okay.
Right.
So next fight after that is going to be the debut of two fighters here. Nick Ring from Ultimate Fighter Season 11, if I'm not mistaken. Versus Ricky Fukuda. This one's a toss-up. I haven't seen. Well, you can actually find a lot of Fukuda stuff out there. I'm gonna go with Fukuda. Ring didn't impress me too much on it during his time on the show, so I'm gonna go with Fukuda with this one.
Okay.
Yeah. After that, we have Alexander Gustafsson versus James DeHuna. Gustafsson all the way. He is one of the. He's a really under the radar prospect at 205. He lost to Phil Davis, but who's like a mega prospect at 205. Otherwise, he's a guy that can achieve top 10 status in a couple of years, to be honest.
Wow.
So Alexander Gustafsson, his striking's really good. He's been improving his takedown defense. His BJJ still needs some work, but
no one's perfect. That's
no, he's still a prospect. Speaking of prospects, we got Ross the Real Deal Pearson's going to fight veteran Spencer the Kingfisher. Got to go with Ross Pearson to win this one. Better stand up. He's kind of hard to take down. You know, going with MMA math, Pearson beat Seaver. Seaver beat Fisher. Got to go with the Real Deal Ross Pearson to win this one.
All right, let's go main card.
Yeah, we got the main card now. Okay, so we're going to go with some Ultimate Fighter, I believe it's Season 11, guys. Kyle Noki versus Chris Camozzi. I got to go with Kyle Noki to win this one. His grappling is very good. He's gonna be the hometown favorite. I believe he's Australian.
Okay.
He's very good. Camozzi's a big guy, though, for a middleweight, so be very interesting to see how that works.
So you don't think my man Chris will be your Kyle? Why?
Superior grappling.
What if he doesn't go on the ground?
Nogi isn't like a terrible striker or anything. It's just it's improving.
Okay.
You know, that's the thing. But yeah, I gotta go with Noki. I know Kamosi beat last guy he beat was Dong Yang, that Korean guy. But
he beat my hero Donnie Yen. You taking him too lightly, I think. But I'm not gonna say anything. I just we wait until your guy on the ground dying. That's fine. That's fine. Let's move forward.
Okay, so next fight after that is UFC veteran Chris Lights Out Lytle. He's gonna fight UFC newcomer Brian Ebersol.
No doubt, you know who we're gonna choose.
Oh, yeah. Chris Lytle all the way. Ebersol's taking this fight on short notice. He was originally supposed to fight Carlos Condit, and if that were the case, I would have picked Condit to win.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris Lytle's been in the UFC for a long time. Very well-rounded.
It's
great,
amazing.
Yeah, great jiu-jitsu game, and stand-up, while sloppy at times. I think I can't see him losing in any particular way.
I think his style is much better now, and his his long arm, long leg. I think he will amaze us.
Yeah.
All right, moving forward.
So moving forward, we got Dennis Seaver versus George Sotiropoulos.
Oh my god, I gotta watch this for sure.
Yeah, Sotiropoulos all the way. Superior grappling. He does have to worry about the striking game of Seaver.
But he is very conservative. He really knows how to bring the game. We see him first with Joe Stevenson. I mean, he knows if you are good with the striking, he's not gonna mess with you.
Right. Well, yeah, Sotiropoulos' ground game is his strength. He generally strikes with people that, like when he fought Pellegrino. He did a lot of striking with him, generally because he knows that he's a superior striker.
Mm-hmm.
He still takes the fight to the ground a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
His conditioning's really good too.
Mm-hmm.
You saw him take a lot of heavy fire from Joe Lozon, only to come back to submit him with a beautiful Kimura from the north-south position.
Yeah.
This fight, I just see Sotiropoulos taking the fight to the ground, using his boxing to set up his takedowns, and he might even pull guard, take the fight to the ground.
Okay.
If he's on his back, he's going to do rubber guard. If he's going to go on top, it's going to be the amazing guard passes.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Definitely.
Okay, so the co-main event of the evening is Michael the Count Bisping versus El Conquistador Jorge Rivera. I really like El Conquistador. He's a cool guy, but I gotta go with Michael Bisping here.
Why do you always have to pick up the bad guy?
The bad guy.
Bisping is like such,
Oh, I don't like the guy. I mean, if you guys go online, try and find the Jorge Rivera videos where he's making fun of Michael Bisping. There's like a Monty Python one. Find them. They're pretty funny actually. He's doing a lot to hype the fight. This is a fight where I think Bisping will win, but I'm gonna be rooting for El Conquistador myself.
Thank you.
But the thing is, I just see Michael Bisping just going on his bicycle, and, jabbing away and whatnot, and
So what? He punched you like a pillow.
Yeah, I know he's pillow fisted, but that's why he backs up right away.
Yeah.
Rivera can get the knockout, but but I'm gonna go with Michael Bisping.
All right, now what we talking?
Now we got the main event at welterweight. BJ Penn is gonna fight Jon Fitch. Jon Fitch's last fight was against. Was it Thiago Alves? I think it was Thiago Alves. I could be off. I don't think I'm off. And then BJ Penn, his last fight was his demolition against Matt Hughes.
Did you see that punch?
Yeah.
Man, this guy's awesome. I think he's on fire. I think he's coming back strong. I think he can do this.
This one's a tough fight, though. I'm gonna go with Penn just because I like him more. But stylistically, Jon Fitch is a grinder. He will push him against. Jon Fitch can fight at middleweight. BJ Penn, if he really wanted to, looks like he can fight at featherweight. So he can take this fight to against the cage. Fitch can take the fight against the cage. Thankfully, Penn has this great takedown defense, but we'll see what the size difference does, and just the style against the cage. Force a takedown from Fitch. Penn takedown defense, even if it goes to the ground. Penn has great jiu-jitsu as well. Stand up definitely goes to Penn though.
Absolutely, I think it's gonna be a great fight. Amazing, both two are very amazing fighters. So we will see. It's gonna be a good enjoyment.
Cool, man. So yeah, that's it for the UFC 127 predictions. Yeah, please visit our sponsors, GoBusiness123.com, and also
or the Marca, www.di-marca.com.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later, and this is MMA for you. Thank you, guys.